Hello, my darling lovelies. It is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called What Messages Does Goddess Aphrodite Have Regarding Your Love Life? Okay. And I thought I've been thinking about doing this reading for a while. And for those of you that love the goddess Venus, or Aphrodite, as the Greeks called her, she is the goddess of love, beauty, pleasure, and fertility. And it was said that Venus, or Aphrodite, rose from the waters, from the foam of the sea, and everyone that saw her was enchanted by her beauty and her grace, and also lusting after her too. Okay, so Venus or Aphrodite is the goddess of love and relationships as well, talking about how we love others, love us, etc. So this should be an interesting reading. We're going to see what's going on in your current love life situation, okay? And just a couple quick announcements. I have them here so I can read them off. Make sure you click the bell to subscribe to my channel, or to hit the bell notification to receive all notifications if you want to know when I'm going live and you would like a reading on a live that I do here. I do lives like several times a month, so that would be great if you would do that. Also, for those of you that would like a ton of more 18 plus content from me, you can also find me on OnlyFans. And I have a lot of 18 plus content over there. I've been building it over the last month or so, and it'd be so cool if you'd check me out over there. I'd really appreciate it. And the link to my OnlyFans profile is in the description box below. And for those of you that would like a personal reading from me, details for how to request one are in my description box below. I absolutely love doing personal readings and connecting with you guys and receiving your feedback. And it's a really amazing process for me. So don't be shy if you ever feel like booking a personal reading. And let's see what else. For those of you that would like to check me out on TikTok or Instagram, I'm doing a lot more readings on TikTok, and I tend to put more of like my personal life stuff on Instagram. Details for how to follow me there are below. And for those of you that would like to check out my other channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link to my other YouTube channel below. And I just posted a reading up there last night, and called Choose Yourself Over Everyone Else. And it was a really inspiring, awesome reading. So I'd love to see you guys over there too. And let's go ahead and get into it. Can you guys tell I just kind of woke up? You know, gotta wake up the goddess. Not that I'm the goddess, Venus is the goddess, but time to wake up the goddess in everything we do, right? So let's go ahead and, I mean, we all have the goddess in us, right? But exactly. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. We have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1, which is the purple tea light. We have pile number 2, which is the red tea light. And we have pile number 3, which is the orange tea light. Feel free to watch multiple piles if you feel so inclined. And let's take a deep breath. Okay, exhale what we don't want. Inhale what we do want. Okay, and think about what color is calling to you today. Is it purple? Is it red? Is it orange? When you close your eyes, what do you see in your mind's eye? What feels good to you today? Okay, might be something different than yesterday. That's fine. That's great. All right, so let's go ahead and whoop, 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 whoop. All right. Can you guys hear my dog like kind of puking in the background? She's not puking. She does her little thing where she like horks up things a little bit. She's a real horker. So let's go ahead and get into it, everybody, and let's do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the purple tea light, and today's reading is called Messages from the Goddess Aphrodite, talking about your love life currently, okay? And you were drawn to the purple tea light today for a particular reason, I assume. Pile number 1. We're going to go ahead and start with a prayer, then we're going to do channeled messages, and then we'll get into your cards, okay? Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the energy of my pile number 1s who come here today seeking your guidance with an open heart. Thank you for allowing me to be the medium between pile number 1 and yourself, Spirit. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and see. I feel like I'm in this place of like busting something open, maybe like busting open a container, trying to get the lid off of something, but also just this energy of like busting out in general. Maybe some of you have your boobies out or you're busting out of the shirt that you're wearing today. You know how sometimes when you have a bigger boobs and then the buttons are just keep opening? For those of you who experience that, I do too. My heart goes out to you. What else? Pile number 1. It's so annoying, right? It's like, I want to wear that shirt, but it just keeps flopping open. Let's see what else here. Also, I feel some of you could be like, this bra doesn't fit me right anymore, or I don't like it, or, you know, these underwear or this t-shirt doesn't fit me anymore, or that type of thing, okay? And I'm getting the energy of someone like trying on like a t-shirt or a pair of jeans or a shirt and being just looking in the mirror and shaking your head, be like, this thing doesn't really look right on me anymore. It doesn't fit me anymore. That happens, you know, pile number 1. Like sometimes we go through, and you know, Venus or Aphrodite is also the goddess of fashion and looking and feeling our best, right? So every so often it's nice to try on different clothes from your closet, rearrange the closet and be like, does this piece still have resonance for me? Do I still like it? That type of thing. I feel like some of you though are due to get some really cute accessories, like maybe a really cute pair of sunglasses and, you know, it's that mwah kind of energy, right? Do you guys know that song? Isn't it by, what's her name? Where she's like mwah in the beginning of the song. If you don't like the way I am, so da 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 da. She's also that singer that sings Levitating. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? She's on the radio all the time anyway, but she's like mwah at the beginning of one of her songs. Anyway, pile number 1, if you know who that is, write it in the comments. I can't think of her name right now. Okay, are some of you guys into dragons at times, or do you like dragons? I'm also thinking of the musician Dragonette. Like the female dragon. Okay, she's a great artist as well. What else for my pile number 1s, please, Spirit? I just heard open sesame, okay? It's like with man, it's like open sesame. I command you to open, that type of thing. Maybe you guys are like, open sesame, like open sesame on my love life. I want, you know, I want to get back out there. I'm dying to get back out there. I want to open myself up to the energy again. Okay, what else for pile number 1, please? Okay, what else, please, Spirit? Okay, the thing is, pile number 1, is you just don't want to be an afterthought. You know what I mean, to anyone, because Spirit's giving me the word afterthought. So maybe for a certain time period, love, you know, or relationships were an afterthought for you, or you felt like you were an afterthought to other people at times. And it's like, I don't want to be somebody's afterthought, you know? What's that song? I don't want to be anything other than what I'm going to be, baby, da da da. Do you guys know that song? Write it in the comments if you know it. What else for pile number 1? I just heard flexing and spending. So maybe some of you guys have been updating or improving or wanting to flex a little bit more in your environment and like bust out of ruts, okay? And if you're like, I have to spend a little money to do it, fine. I want to look and feel my best. What else for pile number 1? Okay, I just heard angel guides, angel guides. So maybe some of you are really into angel guides or you feel very attracted to that. I'm also getting the M names or a name like Marissa, okay? Do you guys remember that show Clarissa Explains It All from the 90s? Anyway, Anyway, she had the cat named Salem, which was so cute. All right, pile number one, let's go ahead and get into what does the goddess Aphrodite want your love life to look like, is kind of what I feel for you guys. Like, you know, and you're thinking about that too. What do I want to look like? What do I want my love life to look like? And so let's find out what advice Aphrodite has for my pile number ones, please. We have reunion and soul ties. And the vibe I'm getting here is if it's meant to be, it'll be, okay? But I'm not gonna force anything. And, you know, I mean, when we have a true soul tie with someone, we could be apart from them for a while, but if we come back together, it's like we start off in the same page, even with friendships too, you know, like we can go a while without talking to someone and then call them up and it's like, you know, we just pick up where we left off. And those are the true soul ties in life. But I also feel like you guys don't want to be an afterthought to people, like I said, where they just feel that they can forget about you for a while and then come back into your life because they have a strong connection to you. All right. So let's see what else. We have growth and summertime. So get ready. I feel pile number one. Maybe you guys are getting ready for summertime right now. I mean, we're technically in spring in the Northern Hemisphere. So, you know, it's like, all right, like I'm going to prepare myself now and I'm going to get ready for this. And again, with the sun coming up, I feel like you guys are busting out of a rut and you're letting yourself shine again, all right? And Aphrodite telling you, hey, the clouds and the storm clouds are gonna clear here, and by summertime, things are gonna be moving a lot more beautifully in your love life, is what I feel. Some of you may be experiencing a lot of personal growth as well in preparation for that. Okay, we have the Seven of Water and talking about the goddess Venus arising from the foam in the sea. And then you see this beautiful woman standing here in the shower and, you know, like wet and washing her hair and feeling good. Sometimes just washing the hair can feel like a complete refresh, taking an amazing shower, etc. But again, I feel like you guys are very desirable, pile number one, okay? The Seven of Cups is Venus and Scorpio in the tarot. So I feel you guys are very desirable. And I feel like at times you've been with people, I feel like you guys always have kept yourself growing and changing and being beautiful in the way that you are, and it's been very important for you to like refresh your energy. And but I feel like at the same time it's like I don't want this old thing coming back into my life and disturbing me anymore. I waited for that for too long, and I really don't want this old haunting energy to come back into my life and disturb me anymore. I want to be cleansed from that, okay? And we have here, oh yeah, Ace of Wands. I want to be cleansed from that. I want a new beginning, and taking a big bite out of love, you know? It's like holding on to love and taking a big bite out of it and really living life, okay? And I am seeing something that is a light purple color or light lavender color. Maybe you have your nails like that, or you have a shirt like that, or a dress that's like a light purple with beading on the bottom of it, like with beads or some kind of bedazzling on it is what I'm seeing here. But I feel like you guys are like, yeah, I've been preparing myself here with the Seven of Cups, cleansing myself and readying myself for this new beginning in love. All right. And Aphrodite with the Ace of Wands doesn't want you to hold back or hold yourself back in any way, waiting for anyone else's return. Okay. Aphrodite wants you to kind of put yourself back out there and be open to trying again. I feel like with the Ace of Wands, but for you, not for anyone else. All right. We have here talking, interested, conversing, messages arriving, texting, calling, and emailing, okay? So I feel like, this is this whole thing of get out there and get to know more people and prepare yourself, because I feel like in summertime, you guys could definitely, summer always has that energy too of like staying out later and it's nicer weather and people are more social during those times, okay? And I feel like during the summertime, you guys may be communicating with more people, getting interested in more people. I feel like you're not hanging on to things anymore. You're not hanging on to the past anymore. You're talking, you're getting out there, you're getting to know people. We have heart with a key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart. As I said, open your heart, getting together, and perfect. I feel like some of the people you were with in your past are just no longer even going to be attractive to you anymore, because it's like, I don't want to be in that energy with this person anymore. And I don't want to constantly feel like I'm waiting or I'm being interrupted, etc. I want a new beginning, okay? And I feel like Aphrodite is saying, yeah, part of, you getting out there is talking and getting to know new people, welcoming a new love into your life and opening your heart. We have getting together and perfect, right? But one thing she's saying here is you can't skip like the talking phase or the getting to know people phase. Like you actually, are going to need to talk to different people, get to know different people, and eventually you're going to meet somebody that really unlocks your heart in a new way, okay? And I do feel passionate, very consuming and very sexual and passionate here with the Ace of Wands too, all right? Healthy choices, yep, you guys making healthy choices in love and life. The goddess is definitely, Aphrodite is about self-love, self-care, and being happier in one's life in general. And I don't know, do you guys like farmers markets? Are you into that type of thing? Making yourself healthier in general, eating better food, eating more whole foods, eating, if you can do grains and veggies and stuff like that. And I feel like some of you may be getting a cute new haircut as well, or growing your bangs out or considering bangs, okay? But yeah, I feel you guys are very relaxed in summertime, pile number one, okay? And you're not stressing on shit anymore. You're not waiting for messages. You're not waiting for someone to return with the 7 of Cups, okay? You've just decided to like live your life for you and make good choices for you. And I feel like your guys' skin, your skincare, I feel like all of these like glow ups that you're having are making you feel better internally and externally, which is indeed preparing you for love again, is what I feel, pile number one, okay? And when people are making healthy choices in their life and, even if they're just getting to know new people and they have an attitude of welcoming love and being open to new situations, that itself creates a lot of growth and can create some interesting new bonds with different people. And I feel for you guys, it's not just love, even it's friendship too, okay? And I like that. I like that for you guys. We have begging on knees and humble. Okay, again, this whole thing of I feel like at times maybe you guys have been too humble about yourselves or your love life or taking people back because you feel a deep soul tie with someone, which I get, it's nice to be around. It's nice and safe to be around someone that you know. You know what I mean? That you have a good energy with. And there may be people that, with this Seven of Cups, there may be a lover during the summertime that is trying to return to you guys in some way, begging for forgiveness or wanting to talk, you know what I mean? Or wanting to restart something here with the Ace of Wands. But the thing is, pile number one, is I feel like you've been growing too much to either A, lower yourself to be like begging towards others, or B, you know, you're making better choices for yourself so you're not as susceptible emotionally. You're not as open to these energies of people just coming in and out of your life, okay? And being an afterthought to someone, all right? And we have diving, deep sea, and going all the way. Yeah, okay, I like it. And, you know, sometimes we have to dive deep within ourselves, right? And Aphrodite rising from the foam of the sea. And where did she come from? She rose from the sea, right? But at some point she was submerged. The goddess was submerged under the sea before she rose from the sea, right? So there's this whole idea of we have to come from somewhere, okay? And I think you guys are coming from a very deep place. And I do think by the summertime as well, some of you are going to be going all the way with someone. Like you could definitely be headed in that direction of, you know, oral sex, or, you know, going all the way type of energy as you're getting to know someone more and you're diving in. All right. And also getting to know yourself even more too is what I feel. And there is something nice about the water for you guys. It is very healing, a lovely shower. But I also feel like someone may be trying to dive their way back into into your life, even if it is subtle in some way. It's nice to be admired, you know, pile number one, even if someone subtly like kind of puts their tentacles out there to see what's going on with you. However, I just feel you guys have come too far to really kind of come back and entertain that. And it might be quite surprising to you as well, like hearing from this person again or having them come around again. But I just think by this summertime, that you're not really going to be, you're going to be on a whole new path, okay? We have card number 4, I am stable. You bring stability and rationality to any situation. You are the rock, and your hard work and perseverance make you a dependable friend, partner, and colleague. Yeah, I am stable. And I talked about friendship too as well, maybe having some reunions with friends that you're very close to. Getting to see friends, getting to spend time with loved ones. And you are very dependable. That's why I feel like people think that they can come back at certain times to you, because you are so dependable, and because, you know, you're always growing and changing yourself, all right? And it is an act of love, you know, to bring stability and rationality to any situation. But I also think here with this 7 of Cups and this stabilizing energy, I feel like, you know, even wishing for someone to come back in a reunion may be destabilizing to you with this 7 of Cups. I do feel it's time to rid yourself of that energy, okay? Love, oh my God, Ace of Wands coming out under love. Oh my God. I feel like you guys are just not wishing for anybody coming back anymore. Spirit, it just gave me the name Mateus. Mateus, another M name, okay? Maybe the M names here or something, but that's interesting. Maybe if you know someone with that name or you heard it in a show or a movie, but I feel like with this love energy here, with this Ace of Wands, it's a new beginning in love. It's welcoming love. It's being open to it. It's busting out of a rut. And yeah, as you stabilize and get rid of any thoughts of somebody like creeping on a come up, like trying to come back to you guys, I feel like once you clear that up, it's like full steam ahead with the Ace of Wands and love here. Meditation brings answers, okay? Definitely, okay? If there's been a connection that's been very confusing, where someone has, you felt like an afterthought to someone at times with the Seven of Cups, or they've been kind of coming and going, and then they go deep with you, and then they leave, and then they beg and on their humble knees and try to come back, and da-da-da, and the situation, you've been awaiting some type of a message at different times, maybe talking to different people until then wondering, like, what should I do next, okay? Goddess Aphrodite is saying, meditate on these situations, okay? Sit in calm and sit in silence. And here I feel she is, with that pink and yellow flame around her coming out here and holding her hands over you. Like, my child, you know, you've come to the temple to seek my guidance. I feel like Aphrodite is saying this, sit here and stay as long as you need, and receive from me the answers that you need, okay? And here the angels are again working with you, I feel, pile number one, okay? To really understand things, because there is a part of you that likes rational, that is becoming more rational about situations, okay? And having a clear mind and being able to kind of talk through things, maybe even being able to talk through things with a friend, would be very helpful for you guys, I feel. Meditation brings answers on any old situations, okay? Family, oh my gosh, that's so nice. And I think that's just what you guys yearn for, you know? It says, I am stable. You bring stability to any situation. You are the rock, and I think a lot of you are a rock for your family as well. But to me, this feels very positive with regard to family. It feels like, you know, we have someone in our lives here who can walk with us and be a true partner. Some of you who have a child, you may be meeting someone else who also has children or who has children. And, you know, I think that, you guys, here's my thing. For those of you that have kids that have been single, even if your kids are older or whatever, isn't it nice? Like, I don't have children, but can you explain this to me in the comments, pile number one? Isn't it nicer to be with someone who's had children, or somebody who is a good parent as well, or somebody who is very stable and understands the value of being stable to a family as a parent and has a mature attitude about that, and isn't just, you know, coming and going and leaving out of people's lives willy-nilly. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing the T names here too. We could have Tara, or something is tantamount to something. Spirit is giving me that word, tantamount. I'm seeing an A. I'm seeing a T or an A here. I'm also seeing TLC, okay? Tender loving care of a family. You know, and family isn't just your own family that you came from, but also the family that you create, you know, with the big sun here, the family that you create. And isn't it nicer to be with someone, for those of you that have kids, or for those of you that don't, that do want to, or you want to have animals, you want to be with somebody, if your animals are like your children, wouldn't it be lovely to be with someone who also felt so strongly towards animals and loved animals and cared about animals? You know, why fight the feeling? You know what I'm saying, pile number one? Like, why fight the true nature of what it is that you really want and settle for less? And if you have been settling for less in the past, meditation is going to bring answers, all right? And getting a clear head as well. For some of you with the Seven of Cups, if you felt like very deceived at times, or if you felt like you don't have clarity on a situation, even though you've worked very hard to cleanse yourself of it, right? That's where Spirit is talking about meditation here. And isn't it nicer to be with someone that understands what it is that you want and also wants that for themselves too? To me, that's a situation that creates family. It's in friends, it's in animals, it's in romantic relationships, okay? And maybe some of you always looking for that sense of family, wondering why it hasn't been there, okay? And diving deep into this and understanding and wanting a new beginning here, which I love for you, pile number 1. We have the root portal, which is the root chakra, and card number 33, for those of you who are age 33 or around that age as well. Vitality, stability, survival, okay? I also feel like sensible, right? Like the root chakra is very sensible. It's like, is this, and this whole thing of rationality and stability, we have stability here twice, stability on this 4, stability on the root chakra. Stability actually brings more energy to you guys. And stability with a family who makes healthy choices is, you know, is where it's at. Now, I know you guys have had deep soul ties with other people in the past, and maybe you've really wanted these people to look at the animal. Someone loves pugs or loves animals, right? Too, I feel like really loves animals, or maybe you loved someone and you also loved their pet, or they loved your pet, or they loved your child at one point, okay, too. But I mean, I do feel like you guys have a very kind, understanding heart, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I also think there's some rationality and stability that needs to be fleshed out here. And I feel like that's where you guys are having the growth. And also a word on here is fearful, and maybe in the past being fearful of moving on from a connection that just seemed so real and so powerful. And I get it. It's very intimidating to have to start over with the Ace of Wands here, but it also can be exciting depending on, you know, what it is. And I also see this fire coming underneath your root chakra with the Ace of Wands here, talking about, you know, wanting that passionate, fiery, sexual connection with someone where you're not just an afterthought of people coming back and that type of thing. You know what I mean? It's like, I want a firm foundation in my love life. And it's important to me to have that, okay? Pile number 1, I'm speaking as if I'm you. And the goddess is saying, recognize the sensibility and rationality in what you want over some things in the past that might have been very powerful emotional drivers, but now kind of need to go in a different direction here, okay? We have the sun and spirit. Wow, summertime, right? When the sun is rising. And I feel like there's also a bit of a chariot, the tarot card, the chariot, in this sun card right here. Like, you're an emotional person, I feel, pile number 1, and you do go deep with people, and you have a great sentimentality sometimes for the roles that people have in your life, and you'd like to see other people, you know, jump on the bandwagon with you and head in the direction that you're going. But I think you're starting to understand through this illumination with the sun here that there's a different journey that Spirit's wanting to take you on, and it's a refresh, okay? And it's passionate and it's fiery, and there's no need to be fearful. Like, your love life, it may seem like it's gone in this crazy circular spiralic kind of thing, and that's okay. That's okay, pile number 1. That's totally okay. Like, you know, that's how life is sometimes. But again, I'm seeing the A names here again. I'm also seeing a P name here too, PC. is here too as well, the initial P and the initial C, all right? And yeah, I'm seeing CA. I feel like it could be a Christina or something here too, because I keep getting that type of name, Christina type of thing. Okay. Cat. Cat. Some of you may have cats or dogs that you really, really love too, or you're into cats, all right? But this is good. I like it. And also the sun is carrying the energy of the number one, same as the Ace of Wands. It's like, I want to be the number one thing in love to a person. I don't want to be like someone that someone continually comes back to and like begs me to be back in my life, shit like that, okay? We have Mercury and mind, absolutely. So talking about rationality and sensibility, right? And I also feel this is coming out under meditation, and it's getting your mind clear as well about situations in your past that maybe because nothing really great has come up lately that you may think about and think, well, maybe I should have kept that, or that could have been something good, right? And then you think, well, maybe there's still an shoulda, coulda, woulda, things like this. But I feel like Spirit is saying with Mercury, like, you know, the goddess is saying, you know, the goddess of love and beauty is like, wow, you know, Aphrodite, wow. But I also feel like, you know, the goddess is a friend to the mind and to the spirit as well. And, you know, sometimes being rational and logical and having a clear-headed approach to love is actually like the most loving thing that you can do for yourself. Okay, pile number one, when we talk about making healthy choices, especially when it comes to the mind and your happiness and your future with the sun and this huge sun here illuminating this family, all right? And some of you may be making healthier choices than, you know, like your parents did, which, you know, is important for you, pile number one, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the tarot and see who is coming in love for my pile number ones. Who is coming in love for my pile number ones, please? Who is coming in love for my pile number ones? All right, Judgment. Well, a big change is coming, and I feel like something is finally over that keep getting opened and reopened. Okay, like chapters of your life that kept getting reopened and reopened. And I feel like with the Six of Swords here, it's finally time to carry on, you know? And I feel like it's been sad at times. Some of you may have come from broken families or from families where, you know, the mom and the daughter, the mom and the son had to be on their own and the father couldn't be there. There was always some type of separation, some type of painful thing. I feel like this whole situation, pile number one, is really driving your soul growth at this point. And with the Six of Swords is very much having a clear-headed approach to things. And, you know, in this Six of Swords, he's carrying or she's carrying Four Swords, which to me is like the Four of Swords, meditation, resting your mind, resting easy, not needing to make any decisions right now, but to just realize what isn't working, okay? What is no longer working in love, okay? And for some of you too, it may be a realization about someone you thought you were going to have a family with, that this isn't going to work out, but it actually is working better in your favor at the end of the day, okay? And let's see, who is coming in love? Can you tell me who is coming in love for pile number one, please? We have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, rational, practical. Actually, you know what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip the cards until we run into a court card, and then I'll be able to tell you who's coming in love. I mean, I could tell you now, like, what this person's personality is like based on these cards, but I want to see, like, signs and more things, okay? rational, practical, looking back at the past, like, no, that's not actually the way I want to do things going forward. I really want to build something and create something that can last. There's the Four of Swords, okay? Quiet time spent in meditation brings answers. I'm not going to keep giving my beautiful wild rose to the past, okay? To situations past. It's time to move on. Ace of Swords, definitely rationality, clearly thinking about situations that maybe were somehow, like, you know, when you always think someone's going to come back, you don't really have to put any energy out there to make something different if you're just living in limbo. You know what I'm saying, pile number one? So there's a need to be real rational. Okay, here it is, the Knight of Swords. All right. So I feel like some of you could be meeting an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. In the tarot, the Knight of Swords is Aquarius energy. Okay, and look at that, Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Pile number one. I like that, okay? And it's Five of Wands in the Tower and the Hermit. It's after realizing, like, this shit isn't going to work out and I don't really want this anyway. Five of Wands and Tower. I'm going to go find what I want in the world, okay? And I feel like some of you may be cutting out an air sign as well. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone that has air in their charts. You know, and I feel like the thing for you guys is you want to be with someone where you're on the same page, and it isn't always, the communication isn't always some shit show, okay? And I also think, like, telling yourself, I can't have this and everything I do in love goes wrong and everyone hurts me and destroys me. I know it can feel that way sometimes in life, pile number one, but I also feel like with this Knight of Swords, you're really getting quite rational and getting quite clear in real time. You know what I mean? Like, not waiting and waiting and waiting, but in real time, you see what I'm doing? Getting real clear. And if a situation isn't what you want, it's like, I'm going to have to cut this. I'm going to have to cut this because I know what I want now and I'm making healthy choices, okay? So that is what I am getting for you, my darlings, in pile number one. I hope you appreciated your new journey, pile number one, in love with your Ace of Wands there. And I wish you many blessings in the future. Please leave me a comment if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much, pile number one, and take care. Let's move on to pile number two. Okay. Let's do it. I'm going to put a little, okay, interesting. I do my little conjure oils. You guys know how I do it. All right, fresh energy for pile number two. Let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the red tea light, and today's reading is called Messages from Goddess Aphrodite, your love life currently and what's coming in the future for you in love. Okay, pile number two. So we are going to go take a look at where you're coming from, where you've been, and where you're headed to under the direction of the beautiful Goddess Aphrodite, okay, who's the goddess of love, beauty, pleasure, and fertility. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do our prayer. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the beautiful energy of my pile number twos who come here today seeking your beautiful, sugary, fun-filled advice for my beautiful pile number twos. Yum, yum. I'm like, candy. We want candy, pile number two. Do you guys remember that song, I Want Candy? Anyway, I've been wanting to do a reading with that for a while. Anyway, thank you so much, Spirit, for allowing me to be the medium between pile number two and yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's get some channeled messages for my pile number twos, please. Spirit just said orangutan to me. Maybe you're watching a show about that, or maybe you've just been in a King Kong kind of a vibe lately. Are you like that? You like that kind of energy? Yeah. Or you like people that are like very built and strong, you know what I mean? And can kind of like pick you up and, or just have that like really like thick hands or shoulders, or you like people that are very strong, all right? Or just strong in spirit, pile number 2. Maybe you're very strong in spirit as well. Let's see what else for my pile number 2s. I just heard I'm going to the gym. Maybe you guys are working on getting stronger. For my guys here, or my women here too, something about the calf muscles. You know, I heard that the calf muscles are actually connected to the heart chakra, which was interesting to me for those of you that have ever suffered from tight calves. And have you guys ever had plantar fasciitis? It's when the muscles in your feet are super tight, and it hurts sometimes to like, I suffered from that so much in my early 30s because I used to be a big runner, pile number 2. Let's see what else for my lovelies in pile number 2. I heard I have a lot of errands to run today, okay? And Spirit is also telling me the word errand, okay? Like Aaron as a name. But I also heard I have a lot of errands to run today. Or maybe you guys have run through a lot of errands in your life. Who knows, pile number 2. Let's see what else here. Okay, Spirit said something about going to pick up the meat or going to pick up the brisket or something like that, okay? For those of you, especially for those of you in the South. I'm now in the South, like brisket is a thing here. Let's see what else for my pile number 2s. I just heard I'm a really messy eater. So maybe you guys like got food on your face, or you went out on a date and you had it, or something about someone being a really messy eater could have came up in a combo. Let's see what else for pile number 2. I just heard something about spankings, or something about Tuesday, like someone spanking someone into next Tuesday or something, or well, something like that, okay? So maybe there is something about Tuesday and spankings. I don't know, pile number 2. You tell me. Maybe someone here has a fetish for that or likes that. I just heard Johnny Appleseed, applesauce, Appleseed. Okay, maybe someone here has the name John or Johnny. Let's see what else. I feel like someone you guys met looks like a sexy farmer or something like that. Maybe you guys like the whole, lumberjack thing. Sexy lumberjack. What else for my pile number 2s? Are you guys into hipsters? Do you like that vibe? Are you into that, pile number 2? Let's see what else. I just heard something about riding a mechanical bull, all right? I feel like somebody here did that on vacation. Spirit is also giving me the word Mexico. Maybe someone here rode the mechanical bull in Mexico, or I feel like someone's friend had them do it. Someone was drunk or something like that, or like, yeah, you go ahead and do it or something. Also, I feel like some of you guys have really noisy neighbors, or it's like paper thin walls, or maybe you have a noisy roommate or something and it's like, damn, these are like paper thin walls. It's driving me batshit crazy. All right. Pile number 2. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. Yeah, Spirit keeps talking to me about Mexico or Mexican. So maybe you're eating that later, or you're cooking it, or you yourself are Mexican, or you're planning a trip to Mexico. Or we have like Latina or Latino in this reading for sure, or Spanish speakers that are here listening to me in English. I'm always amazed at people that can speak multiple languages and follow both. It's pretty amazing. Anything else here? Okay, Mercury retrograde. I feel like maybe some of you were scratching your head like, when's the next Mercury retrograde or something, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it, my beautiful pile number 2s. Let's see, what does the goddess Aphrodite want to talk to you about besides, sizzling chili peppers on the grill, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 2, we have past, lack, and suffering. I mean, pile number 2, you've been there, done that. And, you know, you've suffered enough, pile number 2. And I feel like some of you in uncomfortable relationships where you wanted maybe to believe in them, that there was something there for you and that person, but at the end of the day, it could have felt very lonely or cold or uncomfortable, okay? And some of you may have been quite lonely in your partnerships, even though you had a partner, and maybe suffered a lot because of that, all right? We have ego, vanity, and pride. Ooh, I love that vanity and pride is coming through for Goddess Aphrodite, because one of the symbols for Aphrodite or for Venus is Aphrodite's mirror. And here's the beautiful goddess looking into her mirror. And as I mentioned in the intro, the goddess is Goddess Venus or Aphrodite. One of the more interesting things she's associated with is vanity and pride and ego, okay? It's like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And, yeah, it's definitely going to be Aphrodite. And I feel like you guys are very, I mean, there's a thing to have pride in our looks. And I feel like you guys may be studying your face a lot and saying, like, is there any new wrinkles? Is there anything I should do to my face? Like, how am I looking these days? And maybe some days looking in the mirror and being like, damn, I'm looking good. Okay. And, hey, I'm okay with it, pile number 2. I'm okay if you want to take pride in yourself, all right? Because I feel in the past, you guys really might have sold yourself short and, you know, taken less than you deserve. And if you finally realize, like, I deserve more than that, and you're now having a bit of an ego and you are more into your looks and you're more into... And I've mentioned the gym and all that stuff too. And I feel like some of you have very long fingers or beautiful hands too. Freakishly long hands, which is always helpful in the finger banging arena, pile number 2. Anyway, I digress. But I feel like you guys are like, I'm at the height of my beauty, or I'm feeling really good. It's about damn time that I meet someone who appreciates me, okay? Which I agree with you. Pile number 2. Oh, nice. We have Justice, Lady, Libra, okay? Or as we say, Lady Venus, all right? Because Venus rules the sign of Libra, all right? And, I mean, I feel like you guys are moving beyond the things that held you back in the past, or maybe the things that you didn't want to see about relationships and about other people that you were with. The funny thing is, some people may think that you're like very into your looks or into your ego at times, or that you like that, but they don't realize, like, maybe some of you were picked on when you were younger, or bullied or made fun of, and you know, it wasn't fair. And I feel like people don't realize sometimes how much you suffered in the past, and just how unfair it was at times, okay? And you know, some people like to look really good as well, because then their ex will see it and they'll be like, haha, you jerk, you know, like, you made me feel like I was worthless in the past, and now I look beautiful, and, you know, you're getting your karma because I look good. Okay? And so, yeah, I feel like that may be a motivating thing for you guys at this point, pile number 2, which I'm okay with, you know? It's only fair if someone made you feel that way. Like, I mean, obviously, like, let's not let it get crazily out of hand, to the point where you feel like if you don't look perfect, you can't do anything or go out or be really hard on yourself, okay? with justice, we do need a balanced way to look at things. It's like either I'm the best or I'm the worst, right? With this suffering and then ego, it's like I'm beautiful and I'm sexy and I'm the best, or I'm the worst, okay? And justice here talking about finding some balance there. It's 11:11. See that on my clock right now, pile number 2. If you look at the screen, 11:11. I say that because I know some people listen, like, you know, they're out on a walk or at the gym or whatever listening, but there's 11:11, okay? Pile number 2. So get it, all right? And 11:11 is very balanced as well. It's like, I'm not the worst person in the world, and I'm also not like the goddess herself. You know what I mean? We are all gods and goddesses within us, but we're mortal gods, you know what I mean? And mortal goddesses. So, you know, like, we're not like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Maybe we are, right? But not, I mean, just having a more, do you know what I'm saying? Pile number 2, like having a more balanced view of yourself, okay? I feel like I'm beating that to death, you know, but you get it, okay? We have the 2 of Pentacles here, and I mean, I feel like sometimes you guys maybe tried to, I mean, maybe sometimes in the past you guys were dating down or dating for money or dating people that were a lot less attractive than you, and or maybe a person that you were dating in the past made you feel less attractive or like frumpy, or always reminded you that they could do better, that type of thing. You know, that's the 2 of Pentacles is also about, you know, stabilizing that kind of energy and not going overboard with anything, okay? And realizing our limitations, like we're only human, okay? And some of you maybe really have a certain type or be really attracted to people who like sexy librarians, or people who, you know, look like goody two-shoes and you're going to corrupt them, especially for my men watching this, for women type of thing, or my women watching for other women. I feel like in the past you guys are like, I didn't really believe in myself, and now I tried to force things, and I tried to be as sexy as I could be and try to force things, even though that person was very stuffy and lackful and maybe didn't have a lot of confidence themselves, so made you feel like you kind of had to overdo it, okay? Which, you know, justice, again, seeking redress for past issues of people who treated you kind of shitty at times, okay? And I also feel like you guys are bombshells, or you're sexy, or you're bombshells, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people aren't expecting this from you, but it's going to be coming out. Twin flames, okay? For those of you that balance, right? Twin flames is really about balance. And, you know, whether you believe in them or not, like, there's always duality. There's always the balance of experience. And of course, the concept should never be used to abuse ourselves or to think that, you know, we're not shit. You know what I mean? With this past lack and suffering. And, but at the same time, like, if we can help each other grow and change, great, you know, and, being with someone that really compliments you. And, you know, opposites do have a way of attracting and somehow bringing balance. I'm not a huge fan of long-term relationships being totally opposite from each other. I mean, you can have things that are different, obviously, but like having the same values and beliefs and attitudes is towards life in general is pretty important when you're establishing a foundation. However, yeah, I feel like Aphrodite herself, the goddess, wants to talk to you about a situation that you've been back and forth on. Maybe you've been wondering, are we twin flames? You know, even though I felt like shit at times, are we? You know what I mean? I feel like, do we really complement each other? Because I feel like you and this person are kind of opposite. You are kind of different in the way you dress or look or the way you express yourselves, etc. And maybe you're trying to decide, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Okay, we have engagement ring, partnership, commitment, eternity, and union. Well, justice is about, you know, promises and contracts in love and for the future, okay? And if anyone could marry someone, I mean, it would probably be the Hierophant that would marry someone, but if it was if it was the Lady Justice herself, Goddess Aphrodite, she could definitely bring people together and bring, Aphrodite being responsible for bringing people together, okay? So maybe some of you were hoping to have a really long-term commitment with someone here, but it ended with this coffin, okay? Maybe you thought, this is the person I'm going to marry, all right? We complement each other. We're yin and yang. We are meant to be together, okay? And then we have RIP, rest in peace, okay? Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition, okay? And I feel like a lot of you, again, here's kind of like a black and white thinking that I feel like the goddess is wanting you to temper these energies, okay? I also feel like yin and yang is within us. You know what I mean? We're always talking about yin and yang as two people coming together, but yin and yang is really about balance within oneself and the masculine and the feminine energies and the yin energies and the yang energies coming together and moving in order to create this experience called life. Again, it's this kind of view that if I'm not with this person, then who the hell is my person then? And if I can't be with this person, then maybe I don't want to be with anyone, or maybe no one's for me, okay? So again, kind of this black and white thinking. And I get it. Some of you, I feel, had very high hopes for something here. But with justice, maybe some of you learned some information about someone, or you heard what someone said, or you heard something through the grapevine, or you heard something or saw something that was very disappointing to you, okay? So again, I feel like Aphrodite saying, let's get away from the black and white thinking here, and let's try to have more of a balanced experience when it comes even to yourself and your opinion of yourself, and also your view on situations, I feel like, okay? Let's see what else we have here. We have headache, not feeling it, running, and avoiding. Yeah, I do feel like you guys have been with people who have made you feel like it's a pain, or you're a pain, or what you want from them is a pain, making you feel like alone, running from you, avoiding you, runner, chaser, the whole thing here, really making someone feel not good, okay, about themselves. And some of you may have felt this dynamic with your parents as well. Maybe a father for you guys, or father or mother, particularly a father, feeling like they didn't have time for you, or you just were a big headache, or, someone that didn't really have what it took to really show you the love and the emotional support that you needed at a time when you were growing and needed help. Okay, pile number 2. So, and you're right, that is not fair. All right. And sometimes parents who treat their children that way create this dichotomy in them where they're like, I'm the worst and I'm the best type of thing, because their parent is always up and down with them. And they're always wanting to, please them, that type of thing, or get them to notice them. So I feel like, and I feel some of the people you've been with in the past, pile number 2, have been pretty cruel sometimes. Like, you're suffering or you're in pain and they do nothing to reach out. they act like you're just a big old, you know, like you're just a big old eye roll to deal with. And, you know, but then they want whatever they want from you at the same time, which is really shit, pile number 2. That is really, really shit, okay? And, you know, this person thinking that you were giving them a headache, I feel like they gave you the headache by the way that they acted, okay? Wanting what they want, but then completely withdrawing, and people watching you suffer, knowing that you're in pain and really not doing anything to do anything about it when supposedly they care about you, or they're, you know what I mean? It's just this type of thing. And I can understand why that may create a black and white thinking within someone, or a distorted view, you know, especially if it happened in a family situation as well. Some of you may have had like a father that was cheating, or like saw this dynamic playing out with your parents as well. Like, you know, your mother always trying to get your father's attention and them just acting like it's a big headache. These types of things, pile number 2. These things to me are the genesis for runner-chaser issues. Like the way that people grow up in families and things like that, it's no wonder like people start to see their love life this way too, okay? So Aphrodite really wanting to help you heal from this and find some balance in these experiences. And with the 2 of Pentacles, maybe not seeing things as all bad or all good. They just kind of are, all right? Damn, baby, feeling it, all of you. Okay. And you're like, this is what I am looking for. Like, you should be feeling it. I'm hot. I'm sexy. I'm a good lover. I know how to grab that booty. I know I take really good care of myself. I got cute panties. You know, take really good care of my body and my mind, and you should want to touch this booty, okay? Type of thing like that. And I do feel like there are going to be some people, again, someone here who is like, damn, baby, like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling all of you. I want to feel all of you. Maybe dumping compliments on you, ego stroking you a bit. And you're like, damn, I really am fine, aren't I? Right? But then other times acting like you're too much trouble. You know what I mean? It's like people wanting, you may think that I have to act like in my ego all the time in order to get people to want me. And if I act like I need anything or want anything, I'm going to be too much trouble to other people. You know what I mean? And that can also create a really off power dynamic in relationships as well. Justice, talking about bringing balance to this. Okay, pile number 2, we have 444, number 444. I am protected, okay? Especially if people have been, you know, treating you this way and very unfairly, gossiping, talking. One day you're the best, the next day you're the worst, okay? 444 is also about stability and protection here. It says trust your journey, right? When I said here, if I can't have this, then what the hell is for me with this coffin energy? So Spirit is telling you to trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, okay? And trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment, okay? And I know that can be the hardest thing to understand when we really want to bring someone closer to us and, you know, maybe even try to force things at sometimes, okay? Because with justice, it can also be like, this is the way I think it is, and it has to be this way, right? And the thing is, trust can be a real problem, like self-trust, trust in others, and you know, just trusting that life, you are where you are in the present moment for a reason, and all these experiences are bringing you into balance with yourself, okay? I know it's painful, pile number 2, and I'm not trying to justify, you know, someone said something to me today. She was having a conversation with someone and they talked about romanticizing cruelty, which I thought was really interesting. And sometimes twin flame things can be like a romance, you know, romanticizing cruelty in a really negative way, in a bad expression. Okay, we're not trying to do that here. But with justice, I do feel like your guys' experiences are meant to balance out, and you're meant to see the truth of things, even if it is hard to swallow, okay? We have abundance here. Also, Aphrodite saying, Aphrodite is also money, associated with money, okay? And feeling abundant, feeling, you know, feeling your body and being like, I'm abundant, feeling yourself, right? As Lizzo would say, what's that song? I throw my hair back, da-da-da. Baby, how you doing? I'm feeling good today, you know, which I love that song. I think it's called I Feel Good or something. I can't think of the words right now, but if you guys know them, you can post them in the comments. But it's like, I'm doing good today and I don't need... It's like with this Two of Pentacles, trying to do anything that you can to try to get this one person. And if I can't have them, then nothing, okay? Aphrodite saying there is multiple fish in the sea, okay? As Aphrodite was born from the sea foam, and she understands deeply how many fish there are in the sea. Aphrodite had many lovers. You know, she is the goddess of love and beauty and all of that, and pleasure and fertility and abundance, but she also had many lovers. You know, when you talk about Aphrodite as a Greek goddess and all the mythology surrounding her, she took many different lovers. She was even married to someone and took many different lovers, okay? So I also feel like the goddess is saying here, don't just focus on one thing to that one thing's, you know, exclusion, to the exclusion of everything else, okay? You could actually have a lot of people, pile number 2, and be with different people, and maybe that's where the ego is actually a positive thing, all right? We have peaceful resolution, and this is coming out under this twin flame card. So, you know, I feel like the goddess herself is here showing you this beautiful rainbow and is saying, you know, I'm going to bring you peace about this situation, okay? And of course, a rainbow is an expression of all colors, right? All experiences, all the rays of experience of life, and, you know, the beautiful, you know, levels of experience that we all live under, you know, some of the bad ones too on the earth plane. But Aphrodite is saying here, like, I'm going to bring you peaceful resolution to this, and it isn't going to feel so harsh. Okay, justice could also be about peaceful resolution and not going overboard. You know what I mean? And I feel like the goddess is saying, I'm going to ease your mind and ease your burden on this. Okay, let me help you, is what I feel she's saying. Truth, absolutely, with justice at the center of your guys' reading, facing the truth in oneself, facing the truth in situations, and you know, it's a beautiful gift to be able to see the truth, even if it's painful and hard to acknowledge and we avoid it at times. I'm seeing the letter D here. Spirit's saying D baby, maybe someone called someone that name, like D baby. I'm also seeing the E names here. I feel like I'm seeing LES here too, or bless, or the word bless, okay? Like, you know, truth hits hard. It's not something that needs 1,000 explanations. You know, it's not something that needs something overly complicated. It's not something that is extremely complex. Like, you know, on the 5D, me and this person are this, but on the 3D, we're that. And, you know, like, there's all these complications, etc. Truth is actually pretty simple at times. You know what I mean? And when we can distill our thoughts down to something that's a bit more manageable, I feel like it's much easier for the truth to kind of come through here, okay? And I'm also seeing a B here, so maybe there is some truth revealed about someone with a B name. I'm also seeing RJ, so and a Z. These are all initials, yours, theirs, first name, last. There is some truth being revealed, okay? You know, I just heard that song, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. All right, with the truth. And so the truth is here, pile number 2, and it's okay. It's not gonna be awful, all right? Sometimes it's hard because we're like, I'd rather just, you know, not see it. It's too painful. I know, pile number 2. I know how that is, okay? We have isolation with the wolf howling at the moon, and loneliness and having a sense of home, okay, is sometimes, you know, this sense in the past of having this lack and suffering, especially maybe at times, maybe your guys' parents treating you like you're a big trouble, or the things that you want are just so troublesome to them, and that you're nothing but a headache, making you feel very lonely at times and starved for protection and love, and starved for, you know, real true emotional connection, and wondering, like, does this person wish for me as I wish for them? Are they howling at the moon for me or not? Type of a thing, okay? But I also feel like, you know, it's hard because staying in those feelings for a long time just kind of, you know, when we like self-punish and do things to ourselves because other people did them to us, I feel like sometimes that's the runner-chaser thing too, okay? And it is very lonely, and it is very isolating, and it's not fair, pile number 2, okay? And, you know, someday people are going to miss you and miss you, you know what I mean? Someday people are going to realize what they had with you and miss you. And I see the initials J and O here, you, and I'm seeing you, okay? Pile number 2. And I think, you know, the biggest thing you've wanted is people to really see you, where you don't have to put up a front like, you know, ego, and you don't have to feel like crap either. And yeah, pile number 2, I feel for you, okay? We have part of fortune and increase. This is card 45, and it's coming out under this 444. So I feel like, you know, it's the next step after trusting your journey and trusting the way that life is unfolding and that you're doing fine. I feel like, you know, part of fortune is, in astrology, is where we find our happiness and our joy, okay? And where we see positive changes and increases in our life, like abundance, like seeing the truth, like peaceful resolution of something that has been nagging away at us for a long time. And, you know, this part of fortune is more balanced. The part of fortune in astrology is a calculation, and it's actually the sum of your moon, your sun, and your rising sign in astrology. So it is a very balanced, wherever it is in your chart, it's a very balanced expression of all 3 different things, your sun, your moon, and your rising, that create this sense of who you are and your happiness. And yeah, and again, it's that balance, okay? It's bringing all parts together to make it whole. And your luck increasing too, when it comes to meeting better people who are, you know, less flaky. With 444 energy is very stabilizing. Meeting people who are less flaky, okay? Your luck increasing around that, which I think being around flaky people for you, pile number 2, can be very triggering to you, especially for those of you who had parents or that were very flaky or treated you in a very flaky manner, and you oftentimes felt alone and unloved, okay? I think being around a flaky partner is you know, it's like driving a nail in the coffin, okay? It's not what we want, all right? It hurts, you know? And I feel like, you know, when you guys understand this 444, you know, energy of abundance, and, you know, sometimes we just have to move on with the idea that, you know, just because it didn't work out with this one person and our mind was kind of, I know it's easier said than done because it's painful, but just knowing that better is going to come your way and believe in that creates a lot of good fortune, okay? Oh my God, Jupiter, talking about luck. And we have number 7. I love the number 7. It is coming 7 days of the week, the 7 planets, the 7 archangels. I mean, it's just 777. And it's coming out under abundance, all right? And literally it says abundance. So Jupiter, the card of abundance, literally just came out on top of, wouldn't you know it, abundance, okay? And it's coming out over the top of this 2 of Pentacles to talk about when we stay trapped in situations, trying and trying over and over again to like draw someone to us, like, you know, a fly to honey, right? Or like enticing or seduction, like Venus does. It's like, if I keep trying or I keep if I keep drawing in, like, you know, I'll get this person, right? But Spirit's saying there's more out there for you, okay? There's a bigger world out there. And some of you may be traveling, you may be meeting people from other cultures, you may be expanding, you know, like the type of person that you're with. You may be changing the type of person that you're with. I do feel like you guys are going to be getting some incredible insights about a situation that has been very frustrating or painful. And, you know, just saying, like, looking at the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, okay? For those of you who are my Irish peeps watching this, okay? Irish washing. Isn't there's a lot of soaps that are like Irish Spring and all this kind of thing and everything? I wonder why that is. Like something about cleanliness with the Irish, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, I'm also seeing like a bike or a motorcycle or a moped here. Or maybe you guys just want to go, you know, go travel or go on the road for a little bit or just clear some energy and kind of like flow with it. I feel like you guys, the goddess is saying, keep your mind open to different ways of looking at things and different ways of seeing the world and expand your scope, okay, when it comes to what you're looking for, all right, in the future. And with Jupiter here, some of you may be mating a Sagittarius or a Pisces, okay? Or maybe you have Sagittarius or Pisces in your chart. We also could have Libras here. Let's go ahead and see. Also, I feel Capricorn here too with the 2 of Pentacles is a Jupiter and Capricorn card. So it's like the limitations of what is possible, you know, sometimes hit us in life, but it's okay because then we move on to a better thing, okay? So let's go ahead and see for my pile number 2s, what is coming in love for my pile number 2s? The 9 of Cups. Oh yeah, I love it. Pile number 2. It's like, wow, I have so many choices and I'm feeling better about this whole thing called love, and I'm feeling more abundant. And you know what? I'm just going to let go and have fun and enjoy the present moment. I'm not going to, I'm just going to focus on the experiences that make me feel more empowered and happy, okay? And I also feel like you guys have many different options, and your dance card is very full, okay? And it's like, I could do this, or I could do that, or I could go here, or I could go there. And, you know, there's a real freedom in that. And there's also abundance. The 9 of Cups is also quite abundant, too. Abundant good feelings surrounding, all right? And I think you guys also, too, realizing how many choices you actually do have, okay? Plenty of fish in the sea. Let's see what else here. Ace of Cups. Wow. Pile number 2. And I feel like what is happening here is you guys saying, just because this one person didn't want my love, it doesn't mean that other people won't want my love. And it doesn't mean that I won't ever love again. And I will open my heart up again. And you know, the way you think about love, I feel like is changing, because she's holding this cup and it's releasing all these butterflies, okay? Talking about transformation. And I do think you guys are going to have emotional release and about this. And I feel the goddess is here to help you do that. She is holding this cup for you. And she is saying, like, come along now, like you're supposed to change. And I'm here to help you do that in a very loving manner, okay? And I feel like the goddess herself here is on this card showing you, look how many other cool things that you could have, okay? It's not over for you yet. It's not over by any long shot here, by any stretch of the imagination, okay? So let's see what else. Let's see what else. Actually, I'm going to do what I did in pile number 1 and pull cards until I find a court card, and then we're going to see who's coming in love, okay? So let's go. We have the 3 of Cups. Again, more cups, having fun, enjoying yourself, going out with the girls or the guys. And yeah, that's amazing. We have the 5 of Wands, and I feel like you're the one that's in control of the chessboard, and you can see Aphrodite here has all these different men or women, and she is moving the pieces on the chessboard as she wants. May the best man or woman win. And as I said in your reading, Aphrodite had many lovers, okay? We have strength. Yes, my babies, in pile number 2. So we could have Leo energy here, but it's like, I'm not afraid, okay? I am not afraid, and I have the strength it takes to keep going. Here's the 5 of Cups. Knowing that it's okay to cry, and it's okay if you have moments where, you know, where you're still upset or you're still grieving, and it's okay, but you're not gonna get stuck there, all right? And I'm feeling comforted in that. We have the 8 of Swords and opening up your mind about what love can truly be, all right? Not holding yourself back. We have the 3 of Wands here. So dominating the scene, pile number 2, dominating the scene and getting to choose what you want to choose, okay? I'm gonna pick what I want in this situation. Here it is. Here's the King of Swords, okay? So, and the Emperor was on the bottom of the deck this whole time, sneaky little devil, okay? But, and again, there's the Emperor playing the chessboard, okay? I control this chessboard, and 444 came up in your guys' reading right here, which is the number of the Emperor. And with the 3 of Cups here too, it looks like you and your friends all have a choice of different people that you want, okay? For those of you, that appreciate a good wingman or wingwoman, all right? I do feel like some of you need a good wingman or wingwoman, or hopefully you have that. And here you go. Here's the King of Swords, and that could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that you're going to meet. But I also feel like it's you guys just knowing, like, this is what I really want. Some of you could be meeting an Aries with the Emperor on the bottom of the deck, all right? But no matter whatever way you look at it, you're the one that gets to decide, okay? With the King of Swords, you're going to be the one to make the decision, I feel like here. And I'm also seeing the letter S for initials, okay? So thank you so much, my beautiful pile number 2s. I hope that that reading was expansive for you, and I hope it made you kind of look at things in a new way when it comes to your love life and what's coming ahead. Leave me a comment if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much, pile number 2, and take care. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay, let's do it. I'm just going to clear the energy from the prior reading. Okay, use my conjure oil that I make myself, and I'm making a whole batch of Florida water on Friday on the Aries new moon, okay? Interesting. I don't know who I'm telling. No one's listening to this part until I get into pile number 3. But if you heard me say that, make a comment in the video, because I know that you listen between the readings too. It'll be fun. Anyway, pile number 3. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the orange tea light, and today's reading is called Messages from Goddess Aphrodite, Your Love Life Currently, and What is Coming in the Future. All right, my beautiful pile number 3s, I'm excited to be here with you today. We're going to start out with a quick prayer and then channel messages, and then we'll get into your cards, okay? Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the energy of my pile number 3s who come here today with an open heart, seeking your guidance. Okay, pile number 3. And thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to be the medium between yourself and pile number 3. All right. Some people in this pile may be 420ing. I'm just getting that energy of like, hold on, wait a minute. I got to pause the video, puff, puff, or something. The 420 pile, that's your pile number 3. And I also felt a little bit of anxiety when I first started your guys' reading. So maybe some of you take a little something to kind of chill out, particularly at night, or maybe you've been having a little bit of anxiety or a little feeling of around some connection that you have or something, your past or something that happened in the past. Okay, pile number 3. Or something you're going through now. But let's go ahead and channel some messages for you, please. I just heard a dog called Lulu. Lulu. Do you guys know a dog called Lulu? Maybe his or her name was Lou and people called him or her Lulu. Could be a friend, family, etc. I just heard Africa. So maybe some of you have family there, or you're watching a show about it, or you've been wanting to go there your whole life or plan a trip. I just heard Madagascar. Have you guys ever been there? Have you ever, there's a movie called Madagascar, but I think it's like a cartoon movie. I don't remember what it's about. Anyway, okay, do you guys know that song? I bless the rains down in Africa. Is it a song by Toto called Africa? I bless the rains down in Africa to do the things I've always da-da-da. It's from the 80s. If you know what it is, you can post the lyrics or correct me if I'm wrong. There's something on Park Avenue. We bless the rains down in Africa to give me time to feel the things I want to feel. Type of thing. All right, pile number 3. Let's see what else. Park Avenue. Well, Park Avenue is in Monopoly along with Park Place and Boardwalk Avenue, right? Pile number 3. Let's see what else. Down on the boardwalk. Pile number 3. Let's see what else for my darlings. Okay, I feel like Spirit is saying some of you have exceptional taste in music, or Aphrodite is also creativity in music and the arts and artists in general, all right? Goddess, the goddess of love and beauty and art and creation and the mother of us all, right? The goddess. And some of you guys may be exceptionally talented when it comes to art, or you may be quite gifted with certain things. And I feel like Aphrodite has a say in that for you. Like she has blessed you with exceptional taste in music or a love of music, or maybe you are very good with music in general, or just any art, okay? Like drawing, sketching, stenciling, like some type, making beautiful jewelry or clothes, like, hairdressers, people that are just like, in the beauty industry and that are artists about it, that are like very, very artistic. I've been watching that show on Netflix about, maybe that's why I was hearing Africa, but like young and famous and money in Africa, because it had pictures of Johannesburg, and I've always kind of wanted to see what that city looked like, and I was just curious, so I started watching it. But there's this character on there named Swanky Jerry, and he dresses so amazing. And he helps other people dress amazing too. Like I think he is like a stylist to the stars on the show. But anyway, like this is all Venus stuff. I mentioned this because it's very Venusian, you know, pleasure seeking, beauty, grace, all of that kind of stuff, opulence. This is very much, you know, part of the expression of the goddess. Also talent and art for sure. For those of you that have that, okay, it's definitely Venusian as well. And Spirit just said the prince or the prince of something. I heard like the prince of something and the prince of nothing, you know? And it's kind of like being a jack of all trades and being good at a lot of different things. Maybe some of you guys may consider yourself that too, but you're like, I'm the prince of nothing, but I'm the jack of all trades, which is very cool. You know, pile number 3, don't discount yourself in any way. What else here? Okay, I am hearing the name Megan. Megan Fox or Megan Foxworthy or something. I don't know. Megan Foxworthy or Megan Fox. Well, Megan Fox is a star, is a movie star, but somebody that has the last name Foxworthy or something like that. I mean, maybe you're just a very worthy fox, pile number 3, like you're a foxy human being and you're very worthy. What else here? Okay, maybe you guys have an interest in unexplained phenomenon like ghosts or hauntings or different stories. Maybe some of you wanted to be ghost hunters when you were younger or wanted to get into that. Anyway, pile number 3, I feel like Spirit took me on a whole journey there with your channeled messages, okay? So let's go ahead and find out, what does Goddess Aphrodite want to share about your love life? We have closed off, guarded, and resistance, okay? I feel like some of you guys here have gone through phases of your life when you're like, yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm not into it. Or there might have been times in your life when you were closed off to love. And maybe lately you've just been focused on work or just, like I was channeling that song, find the things to do, the things that I need to do type of thing. And I feel like some of you really could have been really super focused on other goals, other dreams, ambitions, etc., getting that coin, getting that bag, you know, and maybe you just haven't really felt like it, you know, for some time. Sometimes people go through those times when they're just not feeling it, okay? You may be really into art or music, but you may have times in your life when you just haven't felt it, okay? We have feminine, and, you know, some of you could have, for my men that are watching this, that like women, I feel some of you have been with some nasty women, and because of that, you have become guarded at times towards the feminine, or you've been seeing the feminine as something very negative, like a very negative, shitty influence, okay? Those are for my men, or for women also who like women, or men who are watching for women, all right? And for those of you that are women watching for men, again, take it as it resonates, because I know people's genders and sexuality, like everything is all, everyone does what they want sexually, you know, and maybe that's been a problem sometimes, that everyone does what they want sexually, and it's been a big free-for-all, and some people have been very guarded, and you think that they've been lying to you, or maybe you've been with people who are very emotionally avoidant at times, pile number 3. And I do feel like some of you have been a very pissed off goddess at times yourself, looking at the way that people treat other people and being disappointed in the way that people act, like how they can act like they're too good for other people, and maybe some people at times acting that way towards you, pile number 3. And you know, Venus is the goddess of love and beauty and grace and all of that. Aphrodite, Venus. Venus was the Roman version goddess, and Aphrodite is the Greek, so I'll use them interchangeably. But you know, everyone is like, oh, Venus, goddess of love and beauty and all of that. But, you know, the goddess is also, can be very pissy too. You know what I mean? Like, and Aphrodite, when she would get mad at somebody who didn't want her, there's many stories of her in mythology, like wanting someone and then really punishing them or getting really pissed off. And because she's powerful and she's a goddess, she could actually do some damage, really punishing people or when they didn't want her. And very few times did people not want the goddess, right? Who doesn't want the goddess in their life? Come on. But some people are very closed off and guarded towards love. And I feel like maybe you guys have been on the receiving end of that at times, pile number 3. And as a result, maybe at times you have become guarded as well because of the way other people have been, or you have been one pissed off goddess yourself, okay, at certain people. Spirit just gave me the name Kenny, or the K names. I feel like you guys are saying to this person, you think you're all that, but you're not. Like, you haven't seen anything left and you don't know. So I feel some of you have been quite, pissed about that. And we have Temperance here, and here's the goddess herself in her lovely, veil, bridal gown, and she's sitting over the ocean swinging. Venus rose from the sea, Aphrodite rose from the beautiful sea, blessed us with her presence in this world, made it more beautiful, sensual, sexy. And I feel like that's the energy that you guys bring. Like, you make things beautiful, you make them lovely. You actually do care if people are having a good time and that, they're feeling cared for. And I do feel you guys have a romantic spirit, but I think some of you have tempered that greatly with Temperance here because you've dealt with some, Josie Grossies or Josie or a bunch of, losers or jack-me-offs or, you know what I'm saying, pile number 3. I'm trying to think of the male version of a Josie Grossie. But I feel like you guys have really dealt with some people who really maybe at times took advantage of that. You can only suck on the teats of the goddess for so long until she's going to kick you off her lap if you don't give anything in return and you are unappreciative, okay, of the energy that someone is bringing into someone's life, all right? And here, the goddess has her legs closed and is like, no thanks, okay? Aphrodite also had a magic girdle that would draw people to her, but I also imagine that girdle came in really handy when she wanted to close her legs and was like, a freaking thank you, okay? And I feel like you guys would rather not be pissed off, or you would rather not be, in that space, because I feel you are a pleasant person, or you desire to be a pleasant person, but, people take it too far. You know what I'm saying? It's too much sometimes. And, you treat people like that for too long and they'll kick you off their lap and kick you out of their life, right? We have the Magician here. And I feel like some of you guys are like, if I have to Frankenstein this shit and put together someone that I want, or make the most magical robot or dildo to satisfy me, I will. If none of these people won't do it, I'll do it myself, okay? So there really is this, with this Magician thing, it's like, this Magician thing, with the Magician card, it's like, you know what? I feel you guys have the ability to adjust quite a bit in situations to kind of make things work. And I do feel you guys are a make things work kind of person. But I feel like you guys are also like, if I have to deal with one more person like this, I'm going to shove this screwdriver in this person's D-hole. You know what I'm saying? Number 3. It's like, if I have to put up with this one more time, and I feel like you guys are saying, I'm not just here to service you and work on you. I am the magician. The goddess is also a magician, you know, and I'm a magician when it comes to sexuality, when it comes to, you know, making people really turned on. Like Aphrodite had a tendency to drive people into, you know, crazy lust-filled moments at times. I mean, people are responsible for themselves, but you know, I'm talking about the mythology here. And yeah, and I feel like you guys are like, until I really find what I want and it's perfection, I'm kind of just gonna keep, you know, I'm just gonna keep doing it myself, or if I have to reject people, I will, is what I feel like you guys are saying here. And, you know, with the magician, it's like, sometimes it's like the feeling that the magic is gone, right? And that people only want what they want, and that's it. And there's no like magic around love anymore. There's no appreciation for the goddess around love anymore, okay? And Aphrodite really wanting to address that, all right? And maybe at times feeling like these people were in power struggles with you too. It's not a good idea to get in a power struggle with Aphrodite, okay? She bested a lot of people. So, you know what I'm saying? We have seduction. Yeah, you guys know how to work that tool. You know what I'm saying? Attraction, flirting, and dating, hooking up, temptation, or third-party interference, okay? And for those of you that have dealt with cheaters at times and liars, I mean, I just feel you guys are like, come here, I'll shove this in your you-know-what. Let me show you my magic, okay? But again, with the flirting and the dating and all of this seduction energy, some of you guys may be kind of giving up on this a little bit because you've been pissed off. And it's like, well, where's the magic gone? And you're like, well, it's gone to this situation with this person who sucks. You know what I'm saying, pile number 3? But the God is showing up in your reading here to talk to you about, you know, healthy seduction and getting back into your sexuality. And, you know, of course you need to trust someone, okay? But of course with temperance, you know, the trust and love may need to be there first, okay, for you, pile number 3. But the magic is definitely not gone from you and from your love life, okay? Aphrodite here to remind you that you're very seductive, you're very beautiful, and you have a way of charming people in general, okay? Yeah, and that's a good thing, you know, when we have good intentions. But when we have bad intentions, you know, maybe some of you feeling like people charmed or seduced you in a negative way, okay? But Aphrodite talking about the proper use of seduction and attraction and flirting, you know? We have love here. Yeah, sometimes you're gonna have to put yourself out there and flirt and have fun, and, you know, maybe sometimes there'll be some hookups that go shitty, but at the end of the day, you know, you guys are looking for love, okay? And passion and attraction and affection, but also love. It has to be both. And there needs to be love and devotion with temperance, but there also has to be magically skillful lovers too, okay? And it's like, can I just have both, please? And the God is saying, yes, you can. You can. Heartbroken, yeah, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breaking up, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. And this is where I was talking to you guys about, I feel like some of you are saying, I've been seduced plenty times. What I'd like to find is real love and to give my heart to, because I feel like you guys have a big heart, and to have others give their heart to me. I don't want to be seduced by shit anymore, by people that are closed off and avoidant, okay? And I feel like some of you may be coming off a heartbreak, and have been through a breakup, and maybe you're like, okay, should I just get out there and hook up, or, you know, just kind of like to get myself over this? Should I think about doing that? And maybe at times feeling kind of lost for what you should do here. Should I wait, or should I just go have fun, or whatever, is what I feel like some of you may be asking. And yeah, so we have heartbroken, and temperance is about healing too, and the magic of healing, all right? But it takes time. I know, pile number 3, it takes time. Some of you coming from a space of feeling lied to, people cheating, people, you know, being emotionally avoidant and not loving you the way that you love them, type of thing, all right? So the goddess is really wanting to address this within you and talk about this whole experience, because Aphrodite herself, you know, wasn't immune to feelings of anger or being upset. I mean, I feel like she was honestly out of the gods. Like I mean, Zeus could be very jealous and all these things too, but like she really has, even though she's a goddess, she has true emotions around love, okay? And, you know, moments when it didn't work out for her, moments when it did. She's still a very seductive goddess, okay? Pile number 3, and so are you. We have insatiable, feeling your energy. Yeah, somebody who has been closed off and resistant to you, but wants all the sexual, you know, the sexual steam that they can get from you. You know what I'm saying? Them seducing you, and then you want, you know, seeking love and affection, but them being closed off and guarded. But still, you know, the sex might have been really, really good, which I think is important to you guys. And some of you may have an insatiable libido at times, but it may get deployed with people that are very closed off. And maybe sometimes you guys have been so sick of getting hurt or being treated that way, you've closed yourself off and you're like, you know what, I'm pissed off, I'll just go screw whoever I want, all right? So there's that too, you know, pile number 3. And this is, I feel like Aphrodite is saying, you know, it's all like, whatever you're doing here, as long as it's consenting adults and people know other people's intention, or people say what they're up to, there's nothing wrong with you sometimes maybe wanting to hook up or wanting to flirt or be tempted. There's also nothing wrong with wanting affection and passion and love, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. It's human experience, okay? We have lift and pick me up, okay? So, you know, I think what you guys, it's like you guys getting real pissed off because you might be there when this other person needs you or wants you to be there. But it's like, you know, are you going to lift me up? Are you going to pick me up when I'm down? You know, with Temperance and the Magician, it can feel like you're doing a lot of the work here to seduce someone, to then give them your love, to only be heartbroken. And I feel like some of you are like, it's a waste of time at times, okay? This person acts like they want to get close to me, but they end up behaving in a way that's very guarded. We have card 30, I am imaginative. Yes, for my artists here. And you guys are looking for a pick-me-up, not a complete downer of a person. You know what I mean? Pile number 3 with this lift and pick-me-up. Also, someone you're with might have wanted you to pick them up all the time. Maybe they didn't have a car, or maybe they expected you to do shit for them all the time or take care of them. And it's like, what the hell? And then they would act all guarded to you, like there was nothing going on. It's kind of an energy of using. You know what I mean? Have some of you felt that way? Okay. I feel like there's an energy sometimes of people that have used you, but also you thinking about how you want to use your sexual energy and show up in the world with it, okay? Because you are highly imaginative. Card number 30, some of you may be around that age. You are an original, the Magician. There is only one you, pile number 3, okay? And you are an innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. Yeah, I was talking about how you guys have really great talents at something. You have a great talent. It literally says it right here. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas. And your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. Lift and pick me up. I feel like this person always getting a pick me up from your energy, okay? And, you know, being in, and maybe there was like really good sexual energy here too. But it's like with the Magician, do I have to do everything around here? You know, I'm getting the name Kate right now, Kate. Also, I feel like Prince William and Kate, so maybe some of you are in the UK, or William and Kate are names here, but I mean, you're the Magician here, and I do think you lift other people up to your level, and you lift them up with temperance, and, you know, but what about what you need? You know, pile number 3, we have here rest, okay? I feel like you guys have been working really hard at something, whether it's your work or things you've been trying to create, and bringing your vision of reality into fruition. I feel like other people have been lazy, or maybe they haven't been that supportive, and you've kind of had to do everything yourself here. You may have been very busy at work too, and Spirit is saying, you know, Aphrodite is saying, make sure you're getting your rest too, because Aphrodite sure as hell got her beauty sleep. You know what I'm saying? She probably did 10 face masks and wore, you know, one of those eye mask things too. And, you know, went to bed at a decent time, unless she was getting, you know, really railed and having a good time. Went to bed on time, drank her tea and went to bed, or drank his tea and went to bed. So Aphrodite here talking about rest and, you know, needing to take a break and needing to take a rest, and maybe needing to give a certain situation a rest too, all right? Especially if you've been giving to someone a lot, picking up their energy, or literally doing a lot of things for them as well, running errands for them, picking them up, you know, lifting their energy up, giving to them. Money could be too when they need something, okay? Spirit or Aphrodite here is saying, you know, give it a rest, okay? Take a little time out here with temperance, like slow it down a little bit. Yeah, we have not the right time, and this is coming out under seduction. So it may not be the right time to hook up with a bunch of people and go out on a bunch of dates. I mean, you're very sexy. A lot of people are going to want to go out with you and be like, rawr, you know what I'm saying, pile number 3? But, you know, and maybe you're tempted. Like when we have a heartbreak, sometimes it's tempting to go out and just, you know, whatever with whoever. But I feel like Venus is saying right now is not the right time. Aphrodite is saying you need a rest. You need some break here, some breaks, and you know, you need time to think and to sleep and to work on some of the things that you're work on with your work and the projects and the things that you're doing right now. And right now, exactly, especially for those of you that have been through a recent heartbreak, may not be the right time to kind of go out and hook up with people. And you may find that the people that you're meeting are very closed off as well, reminding you of that person that you were heartbroken from, just pissing you off even more. You know what I'm saying, pile number 3? So, you know, we all go through Venus retrogrades. We had a big old Venus retrograde in December and January of this year. And maybe some of you went through a breakup at that time, or something fell apart then. But, you know, it can be tempting to just try to make something work and get back out there. But I also feel like there are times when Venus takes a break, you know, and gets her beautiful beauty sleep and recharges herself for the next phase, okay? And I feel like some of you need to do that right now, especially if you've been through a recent breakup and it was very painful and you're still very angry, okay? Pile number 3, it's okay to be angry and pissed off because about shit, of course, it's completely fine. But anyway, we have here love. Oh my God. And love is coming out under love. Don't you just love that? Pile number 3. Oh my gosh. I feel like Venus is saying, like, the goddess loves you. I love you. It's so important that you love yourself and hold on to your beautiful heart right now. Hold on to the idea of having a wonderful love ahead of you. You know, keep that smile on your face when you can. You know, we're not going to smile all the time, but don't give up on love is what I feel Venus is coming through here to tell you guys. It may not be the right time right now to be out meeting and and all of that, but there will be a time that is right. And I feel like Aphrodite is saying, do not give up on love, okay? You need a break right now, but don't give up on it completely, because you can have this in your life, all right? We have emergence. Yeah, and this is like the Magician, you know, again with the, you will emerge with after you rest, okay? After you take some time. I'm seeing with the 30 here, it might be 3 months or something like that, okay? You guys just need some time, I feel like, to have a reset. And you know, once you do, you're going to emerge and you're going to be ready to do this, okay? And even with your projects, you may need to take breaks at times and rest at times and then come back to things when you're ready, like with your work or your projects, okay? And with emergence, it says creation, resurrection, and magician. Wow, pile number 3, you have the Magician twice. I love it. Oh my God, and you have love twice. Okay, so you do have the ability to, you know, have a really great experience around love and to draw experiences to you that are very healing. With all this green right here, I do feel you guys are going through like a heart cleansing, a heart healing, and it's not always going to feel this way, pile number 3, and I know it's hard when you're going through it. Spirit really wanting you guys to connect with your heart and to rest. And when we're healing, a lot of times when we're healing from a heartbreak, a lot of times we need more rest. We need more self-care. We need to be gentler with ourselves, okay? And Spirit's saying, or Aphrodite's saying, do not give up on love, okay? Continue to believe in love. Like, it will emerge again for you, okay? Pile number 3, when the time is right. We have Pluto and transformation. Interesting, because this is card 11, and this emergence card is also card 11. So we have 11, right next to each other, and the Magician is number 1, and we have the Magician here twice. So 11, 11 times a million. And, you know, with Pluto here, there's been pain. There might have even been trauma. You know, when it comes to your relationships, there might have been a loss of trust, jealousy, cheating, you know, and that can make us feel like we never want to believe in love again. I totally get it. And, you know, Pluto is also like dark night of the soul too, but it's also the rebirth. And you can see with the glyph of Pluto, it looks like someone, it reminds me of the Judgment card, which of course Pluto is associated with the Judgment card in the tarot. And you see all the people rising out of their graves when they hear the trumpet. You know what I mean? And the glyph for Pluto, to me, the astrology glyph, looks like people raising up out of their situations, phoenixing out and raising up out of things, okay? And you need rest, because some of you, I feel like, have been going through a tough, dark night of the soul, and there's been some bitterness and anger, and that's okay. It happens, and I've been there, pile number 3. I have Pluto on my ascendant in my astrology chart, so I know. Spitefulness, vengeance, being really pissed off, you know, in relationships and stuff. But I feel like Spirit is saying, and Venus is saying here, do not give up, okay? You're going through a massive, you know, rehaul. You're going through a massive rebirth, and everything is getting changed, okay? And it's going to be for the better at the end of the day, all right? And you're going to come out of this like deeper, wiser, and stronger, I feel, pile number 3, okay? We have the 4th house and card 28. So we have 30 and 28. So there could have been a 2-year age difference in the connection, or just, you know, someone's 40 and the other person's 38. One time someone wrote me a really shitty comment, like, stop making fun of people when there's a 2-year age difference. And I was like, literally, I was just explaining that there might be a 2-year age difference. I don't know if you guys, sometimes I just deletes comments like that, because I'm like, I will spend an hour writing a brutal rebuttal to someone that leaves me a comment like that. So anyway, pile number 3, and you know, with Pluto can definitely leave its mark and leave a brutal rebuttal, all right? And but the goddess here telling you guys to get back to your roots and to get back what matters to you. And who knows? I mean, maybe it's visiting home if you guys have a good family and you care about your family. Maybe it is revisiting a place that you really, really enjoy, that you feel very comfortable at, that is very healing for you. Maybe it's about going out in nature, you know, and renting an Airbnb somewhere and for a night or two and just getting away and just getting back to yourself, okay? Going back to your roots as well, for like how you, thinking about like before a lot of this stuff happened, pile number 3, like how you experienced love in the first place. You know what I mean? And I also feel like the goddess saying here, hold on to your roots when it comes to love. Hold on to your, because at one point I feel, pile number 3, you were very positive and about love, and you wanted a deep soul connection with someone, and you wanted that affection and connection, even if lately you've been closed off, okay? The goddess just saying, don't forget where you come from. And for those of you, you could be, you know, recognizing yourselves as children of the goddess, or the sons and daughters of Venus, okay? And, you know, Venus just saying, like, you are a son or daughter of Venus, so don't forget where you come from. Like, you come from love, and you shall return to love. Pile number 3, okay? And it's 12:22 on my clock right now, 1222, all right? Let's go ahead and see for my pile number 3s. I'm going to see what's coming in love down the road for you guys, okay? For my pile number 3s, what's coming. Some of you may have a Pisces or an Aries coming down the road, or maybe you have that in your chart, but let's go ahead and see. Happy birthday to all my Aries as well. We are in Aries season. Let's see. 9 of Swords. Yeah, right now isn't the right time. There is so many other things going on. And it just feels a little like too much right now. So don't push yourself, pile number 3, if you feel like right now. And the anxiety that I was talking about, maybe the anxiety of getting back out there and all of that, sometimes it's just a little too much, you know, especially when you're just getting over something that could have been, you know, very destructive to you. Or just very painful. Let's see what else here. What's next in love here for pile number 3s? Queen of Wands. All right, my darlings. In all the other piles, I kept going until I drew a court card. You guys got the court card way faster than pile number 1 or pile number 2. I kept going, and you guys, your second card was a court card, the Queen of Wands, okay? Confidence, ambition, drive, talent, beauty. She kind of looks like Liza Minnelli here. Liza Minnelli had like 9 husbands, you know what I mean? And the goddess herself, like I said, she had many lovers. Even though Aphrodite was married to someone, like if you read about her, she had a lot of lovers. So, and it's like with the 9 of Swords though, I feel like you guys are saying, not right now. I can't take having many lovers right now. It's just a little too much. And But at some point, you're gonna be ready to put yourself back out there. And pile number 3, no one can forget those bedroom eyes anyway, right? Like you, I mean, you're a hard person to forget. So anyone who lost you, I feel sorry for them, pile number 3, because you are a son or daughter of Venus, and you are very seductive and you are very beautiful. The Queen of Wands is very seductive and very beautiful, very creative. She also knows her worth and her power. Okay, pile number 3. And it's gonna come back. It may be like a 3-month time thing where you're just kind of been going through something, but I feel like you're gonna come roaring back with a vengeance in a good way. All right, my beautiful pile number 3s. And some of you may be meeting a fire sign too, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Thank you so much, my darlings, pile number 3. And thank you to everyone. Take care.